Hello, this is Jamie from Creations Misfit, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy cross. And with this, I used size 4 cotton yarn, but you can use any kind of yarn that you'd like. I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. And you will need a 5mm crochet hook. And you can make the cross just like this, or sometimes I use, on the bottom I put a tassel, and people can use them as bookmarks, and they sell in my Etsy shop pretty well, so choice is yours. I'm going to make this with pink yarn today, so that it shows up a little bit better than the cream, and let's get started. Now, I start with a magic circle for this. I know some people are uncomfortable with that. If you'd rather not use the magic circle, you can chain 5, start with a chain 5 and link it into a circle, and that would be fine as well. But I'm going to show you how I do my magic circle here quickly, and if you need more help on it, I do have a video tutorial for it. I'll put in the description box below. So I put my yarn over my 3 fingers like this, and I wrap around the back of my hand and make a cross in the back. And then I kind of just hold it down with my pinky. I put my hook underneath this first part and over the second, and then just pull it up and kind of turn it. And that's your magic circle right there. If you want to go a step further, we're going to be chaining 3 once we have our magic circle. So you can either pull this off now, or I kind of chain 1 just to secure it here by going underneath this part and pulling it over for a chain 1. And then I slide it off my fingers there, and it's a little more secure. So we're going to chain a total of 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And if you did it the other way with the chains, the 5 chains and making a circle, we're just going to work inside the circle either way. So either way is fine. And if you need to pull this a little bit to tighten it up, that's good as well. So from here, we are going to do 2 double crochets into the circle. This first chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. So we need 3 altogether, so we're going to do 2 more. So we're going to just go right into that circle and do 2 double crochet. And from there, we're going to chain 3. This is going to be a space, chain 3 space. And then we're going to put 3 double crochet back inside the circle. So we're going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 3 again. And we're going to do 3 double crochet inside the circle. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. 3 more double crochet inside the circle. 1, 2, and 3. And if you need to pull this to tighten it up, you can do that. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to slip stitch to the very first chain 3 that we did, the top of it. So I like to pull this tight here. And then we're going to come over and slip stitch into the very top of that first chain 3. And this is going to make a square. Okay, so you have your little square here. And now we are going to slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets that we did there. Okay, so go ahead and slip stitch to the first and slip stitch to the second, because we want to get over to this chain 3 space. And then you're going to slip stitch right into the chain 3 space. So slip stitch there. And then we are going to do, let's see. Oh, we're going to chain 3. This is kind of a repetitive project, but it works up really quick. So we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets inside this space, just like before. So 2 double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to do 2 more double crochet in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and then we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space. So just bring your hook down here, slip stitch right into the space. Okay, and then we have the first part of our cross. And we're going to repeat that 3 times, but I'll do it with you here. So now from here we need to get over to this chain 3 space. So we're going to slip stitch into these 3 double crochets here. Okay, so the first one might be kind of hard to find. It's kind of hidden there. Just slip stitch 1, 2, and 3 across. And then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Slip stitch here. And then we're going to repeat. We're going to chain 3. And then do 2 double crochet in that chain space. So we do 2, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. And then we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go back into the same chain space here, and we're going to do 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and then we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into that space that we've been going into. Okay, so slip stitch. Now we have the second part of our cross. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. I'll just stay on and do it with you. And so we're going to slip stitch in the next 3 spaces. Make sure you get that first one there. Slip stitch across. That's 2. That's 3. And then slip stitch into the chain space. And chain up 3. And then 2 double crochet. Chain 3. If this is going too quickly for you, you can just pause the video and go at your own pace. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet in that hole again, for the space. Two, and then we're going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the chain space. Okay, and then we're going to do our 3 slip stitches across. There's 1. Sorry, I'm trying to do this by looking over my camera. 2 and 3. And then slip stitch into the chain space. And then chain up 3. And then 2 double crochet in that chain space. Okay, and then chain 3. And 2 double crochet in the chain space again. And then chain 3. And slip stitch into that chain space. Oops. All right, so This is what you should have. It's the start of our cross. It's just a loose piece back there. And then we're going to work down this way to make the bottom of the cross. All right, so from here, you're going to turn your work to the back. And now this is going to be in kind of a weird spot, but that's okay. It'll just be fine. And now what we want to do is slip stitch 3 up here. So we want to slip stitch into, it's kind of hard to see here, but we're going to be slip stitching into the chain 3 and the 2 double crochets that we just made. Okay, so just do your best to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. And you kind of have to pull your yarn a weird way, but it'll be fine on the back. And then slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets that we did. And then slip stitch into the hole here, the chain 3 space. And then one more slip stitch into this very first double crochet on the other side. That kind of secures it. So slip stitch here. Okay, and then we are going to turn our work back. And we're going to chain 3. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do 2 double crochet inside of this space here. And then we're going to chain 3. It's kind of just a repeat of what we did earlier. And then 2 more double crochet in that chain space. And then chain 3. And slip stitch into the chain space. Oops. Okay, and now we're going to repeat what we just did by turning our work. And we're going to do slip stitches up the side again. So we need to do 3 slip stitches here. So go into the top of the chain 3 space that you just made and slip stitch. And then slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets. We're almost done. And then slip stitch into the chain 3 space. And 1 slip stitch into this double crochet over here. And then turn and chain 3. And then 2 double crochet into that space. 1, 2, and then chain 3, two double crochet back into that space, chain 3, and slip stitch into the same space. Whoops. This is hard to watch watch myself doing it on the camera instead of being able to see what I'm doing. Okay, and that's it. That is your cross. You kind of have to flatten it out. It looks a little bit wonky, but from here you can just cut your yarn and tie off and weave in your ends. You'll want to make sure that you pull the magic circle as tight as it will go and weave that in and weave this in. If you'd like to do a tassel, sometimes I do it like this where I turn the back here and I just slip stitch back up to the top. I'll show you here, just like we normally were slip stitching our way back to the chain 3 space. Let's see. yeah, I just kind of slip stitch my way back through, kind of. And then slip stitch into the chain 3 space. And then I just chain, like, I don't know how many I usually do, maybe 5 or 6. I do about, let's say 6, and I cut my yarn and pull it through to tighten it there. And that way I make a tassel and I can just attach the tassel here. And if you need to know how to make a tassel, I do have a video for it. I made like a pretty big one because it was for a stocking, but you make it the same way, you know, no matter what size you're making. Instead of putting the yarn around a book, you might just want to put it around your fingers. So I'll put that in the description box below as well. Oh, look what I did. I pulled that through. Whoops. I pulled that through the wrong way, I think. I don't know what I did. I'll have to fix it, but something with those last few stitches or slip stitches. But yeah, anyway, you can just attach your tassel like this, and then people can use it as a bookmark. So that's it. That's how you make the cross. If this was helpful, I would love it if you could let me know how it worked out for you in the comments. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'd be happy to help. And if you like the video, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I have a lot of other videos. I actually have a yarn giveaway going on right now. I don't know when you're watching this, but if it's November of 2021, I have a yarn giveaway going on, so check that video out. And all of my other creations on here. If there's something you'd like to see, please leave that in the comment below too. And if you'd like to like this video, I'd be really grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.